What up, what up? So, for today's Periscope, I'm going to talk about communication skills. Now, communication skills is something as of late that I've realized was an issue, or is an issue. And someone asked me why it is that communication skills is an issue. I mean, is it because there's been too many instances of social media where we're talking through the digital space where we can't really communicate in front of people anymore? There's multiple reasons. There's multiple reasons as to why communication skills are at a detriment in today's world. That's why today's Periscope is going to highlight exactly why communication skills are plummeting and exactly what you can do about it. I'm going to give you, what's up, Paul? If you want to level up your communication skills in today's world, make sure you follow my dude, Paul. He's brilliant at it. We hung out through Skype a few times and had amazing conversations. But yeah, let's get started. Communication skills, one of the number one reasons, hands down the number one reasons, is because you don't open the conversation. Without opening the conversation, you are never going to be able to interact with another party. Now, I'm going to break down communication skills into a very, very simple and easy way to understand. One person has to initiate it, and they have to initiate it through whichever channel that they want to do it from. It could be through text, it could be through social media, through DMs, or in person. But that by open I mean you have to initiate the conversation. It could be something as simple as, hello, how are you doing? Make sure your body language is open at that point. A little smile goes a long way. But yes, the first person is initiating the conversation, and then the second person receives the conversation. Now, before you are able to allow them to receive it, make sure that they acknowledge you, which means you have to get their attention first. Okay? But you can't do that unless you step up and open the dialogue. That's the number one reason why communication skills suck today, is because neither party wants to open the interaction. And once that happens, you don't have a channel to communicate on in the first place. That's the first reason. Number two, you listen to reply versus listening to understand. This is a big problem because when you do this, you bring social anxiety upon yourself. When you are trying to be interesting versus interested, now you're over here like thinking about what you're supposed to say. Paul will tell you this, I will tell you this. It's never really about what you're saying. Other people aren't really factoring in the words you're using unless they're grammar Nazis or something. What they're really factoring in is the vibe, okay? But when you focus too much on what you're going to say, you start focusing too logically. You're turning an emotional experience into a logical experience, and then conversation is not going to flow, okay? You're not going to build the rapport. So what you should be doing is you should be interested. Really put the spotlight on them. And when you do that, you take away the social anxiety from your end and you turn it into social excitement. Major key. So stop listening to reply, listen to understand. Third is that you don't acknowledge within the communication. This is a big problem. And what do I really mean by that? Basically, for a communication to be effective, you need to make sure that the other person is understanding. I heard it's like 90% body language tone. That is true, absolutely true. It's because you have to think about it from our primal ancestor days. We didn't have language. We didn't have verbal language back in the days. So what did we have? We have eye contact. We have palms. We have tonality. We had these kind of vehicles for communication. So the core of communication is body language. Words were learned over time. So yes, I do agree with the 90% rule. I don't really know the exact statistics, but I wouldn't be surprised. But back to what I was saying regarding the acknowledgement. When other people are speaking, you have to act like you at least understood what they said. So if someone is saying a story about their dog, and out of nowhere you ask them how their day is going, you didn't acknowledge them. So what happens? They're going to think that you weren't listening the entire time. And what's going to happen then? Your likability is going to plummet. Another big key. And the fourth reason is because a lot of etiquette is lost in today's day. You ask for people's names and you don't use it in the conversation. So what happens? You forget. You ask for small details about the person, but you don't remember. So what happens? You're collecting data, but you're never utilizing it. So etiquette is a huge part in just building your social intelligence. Remember the small details about someone. Use your name. And I said this in the last Periscope video, but at least give them a little touch. It's how you communicate with their primal mind that really makes you stand out. Don't think the words that much. Think the primal mind. And by doing that, you are going to build your social intelligence along the way. The whole thing with communication is that there's always going to have to be one person that takes initiative. And if you are ready to be that person that takes initiative, that isn't passive anymore, that isn't the one that's sitting in the corner like a wallflower, hoping for an opportunity to be created for you, but rather you're the one that takes charge and introduces yourself, then I want you to apply for my free 30-minute consultation. You can go on my website, go on these services and check out a lot of the past testimonials. But this 30-minute consultation is going to help you a lot. It's going to help you understand where your weaknesses are, where you can improve, and how you're going to improve. Because understand this, it really doesn't matter like the facts you know, the skill sets you know, unless you are able to communicate it at mass. You need to learn public speaking. You need to learn social intelligence, and you need to learn to communicate with yourself. That is a thing you know. So if you're interested, I want you to sign up for my free 30-minute consultation. And if you apply, I'll be reaching out to you through email. So make sure you stay tuned for your emails. Now, with that being said, get on that call, Armani Taylor. Yo, what's up? What's up, Tosh? How's it going? I gave Tosh a call recently, and he's brilliant. How long should you maintain? He's brilliant, and you should definitely give him a follow. How long should you maintain eye contact normally? So that really depends. That depends on the person that you're talking to. So eye contact, the more that you do it, the more that you'll understand that there are nuances to it. If you're talking to someone that is very confident, then you're going to have less eye breaks. But if you're talking to someone that isn't too confident, is just doing this the whole time, touching their neck a lot, with social intelligence, you are going to understand that this person does not have, is not feeling comfortable in the situation. So strong eye contact in that particular situation is going to make that person more uncomfortable. So be socially dynamic in that case. Do more eye breaks, okay? Smile more. Use your name more. And let them talk a little bit more and laugh at their jokes if they're saying something funny. So yeah, I mean, eye contact, it does depend on the person, but yeah, I mean, for you, normally aim to have a little squint to your eyes, okay? That answer your question, Brian? All right, perfect. What else? Any other questions before I tune this out? Oh, dang. All right, perfect. It looks like I answered the questions. With that being said, make sure you sign up for this free 30-minute strategy call. I'm going to tailor something straight up for you and build your social intelligence along the way. Armani, tuning out.